I'm Shannon Watkins, Research Associate at the James G. Martin Center for Academic Renewal. Today I'd like to tell you a little bit about a new report we've published on great books programs at colleges and universities across the country. But before diving into the specifics of the report, let's talk about why we decided to write a whole report on great books programs and why we think the great books are so important to study. So, what's so great about the great books? Unlike what you see on most campuses today, great books, which range from the classical period to early Christianity, the Enlightenment, all the way to the 20th century, used to be at the center of a college education. Since the founding of this country, and many years before in other countries, the prevailing belief was that studying the great works of authors such as Plato, Aristotle, Augustine, and Shakespeare was important not only for students' intellectual development, but also for their overall development as human beings. The great books aren't valuable because they all reinforce the same points of view. Far from it. Perusing the canon, it doesn't take long for one fact to become abundantly clear. The authors from the various time periods and backgrounds contradict each other on fundamental questions of existential importance, such as, what is truth? What does it mean to be a just person? Does a transcendent order exist? The value of a great book's education lies in getting to participate in this centuries-long conversation in which some of the world's finest thinkers grapple with these very profound questions. In drawing on the best of what has been thought and said, students are prompted to seriously think through these questions for themselves, reasoning their way to their own conclusions. It sets them off on a quest for truth. Now the report. We were curious. What are the top works students are reading in great books programs? To find out, we tried to find as many programs as possible that either were dedicated great books programs or programs that have a significant emphasis on reading these works. Then we either found or requested a sample list of the texts that students are likely to read in each of those programs. We were able to find 48 programs that fit these criteria and that provided an adequate sample list. Some of the 48 schools include St. John's College, Wyoming Catholic College, Gutenberg College, and the Thomas Jefferson Center for the Study of Core Texts and Ideas at the University of Texas at Austin. After we got all the reading lists, we calculated the top 100 most commonly assigned works, 50 of them fiction, 50 of them nonfiction. My favorite part of this project, of course, is seeing what titles made the list. For nonfiction, Plato's Republic was number 1, followed by Confessions by Augustine, the Bible, Aristotle's Nicomachean Ethics, and The Prince by Machiavelli. For fiction, Dante's Divine Comedy was number 1, followed by the Odyssey by Homer, the Aeneid by Virgil, the Iliad by Homer, and the Oresteia by Aeschylus. My personal favorites that made the list include Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen, The Brothers Karamazov by Dostoevsky, and of course, the United States Constitution. Other texts on the list that I'm hoping to read soon include The Consolation of Philosophy by Boethius, The Peloponnesian War by Thucydides, and War and Peace by Tolstoy. I encourage you to take a look at the report, and I hope that it inspires you and the students you know to crack open a great book.